All right, guys, what's going on? We're back here for race 5, and you come down off of the ramp, orange track, cross, around a bend, down a hill, into a heavy twist, corkscrew, down 90, 90, and then it pinches you down into single lane for the finish. And the finish line, you've got to get into the orange track to finish, and that will determine the order of the vehicles. And I've had a quick qualifier. All these cars made it, but I've narrowed it down to we're going to race last week's champion, the exotic, and these other 9 cars right here. So it's going to be 10 cars in this race. We're going 2 at a time, and let's get them started. So we had a last minute substitution. I got rid of this green number 30, the Zurus, because he didn't want to hold up on the line. So first race, we've got the tracked wagon versus the Boulevard Bruiser. And there'll be 2 laps per race, so they'll both get to run in each lane. Let's roll. Oh, and the Boulevard Bruiser is out, giving the tracked wagon an easy victory. At lap 2, we've switched lanes and they're off. This time the tracked wagon did not make it through, so it's 1 for 1. I'm gonna do a run over of the track, see what's going on here. Looks like we may have a small issue here, and then we're gonna have a tiebreaker or a restart, I guess. We'll have to run these guys back in both lanes. So we got a heat 1 restart. Let's go. Oh, and the Boulevard Bruiser is out already. Tracked wagon is your winner, so I'm just going to stop him there. I'm going to go ahead and switch lanes and run him again. And I tested the tracked wagon. He made it through this corner, so we'll see what happens this time. Yeah, he's out. All right, guys, we're having technical difficulties with the track here. Stand by. So I slid these pieces that way a little bit. Let's see if we can't get some clean racing now. Lap 1. Tracked wagon's out already. All right, guys, this freaking track is about to piss me off. I done plenty of testing and it was working fine. Now I'm trying to race and it doesn't want to run. So I put a box under here to lift that up a little bit. Let's see if this helps them run. Lap 1, race. Finally, we got a good clean start. The Boulevard Bruiser, oh man, the Boulevard Bruiser was in the front and then he was out. But we finally had a good clean race. We've swapped lanes, let's race. Oh, Boulevard Bruiser is out from Jump Street. So that gives the tracked wagon the win. So we're gonna move him to the side here and he's on to the next race. And the Boulevard Bruiser is going home. All right, guys, substitution for Heat 2. That silver car is gonna be out. I'm subbing in the Draftinator, and we've got the Torque Twister in the near lane. Let's race. All right, they're both going down the track. And it is the Torque Twister for the win. Lane swap has been made. Draftinator in the near lane, Torque Twister in the far lane. Oh, and the Torque Twister gets hung up. So the Draftinator wins that race. And so now we're 1v1. So we're gonna have to run that again. All right, back up for the restart. And the Torque Twister just makes it that time. But that victory goes to the Draftinator. And we're gonna go ahead and just call it for the Draftinator and send the Torque Twister home. So the red SR doesn't want to hold back on the stop block, so I'm just going to run it in reverse because it'll hold that way. Race 3, we've got the SR versus the Group C Fantasy. And it is the SR. Takes it in reverse. Unbelievable. Now the SR is in the near lane, still running in reverse. Group C Fantasy is out, and the SR wins. Race 4, and we've got the limited grip in the near lane versus the Drifta, or Driftsta in the far lane. And the Driftsta is out. Limited grip has run it in, so we're going to go ahead and switch lanes. I'm not even going to pause. We're just going to switch them around here and run them straight back. Both of them made it through this time, and it is the limited grip with a commanding lead. Last race, guys, we got the Fast Fish in the far lane versus the Exotic in the near lane, your reigning champion. And both of them are through, and the Exotic has made quick work of the fish. Second lap of the last heat, Fast Fish in the near lane, Exotic in the far lane. Oh, and they both got caught out that time, so it's going to be a restart. And the restart. Oh, and the Exotic got caught out, so it's 1v1, and this track is just continuing to cause problems. We're going to run this same race back, winner take all. The Exotic's out, and the Fast Fish is moving on. And this is the, I think this might be the first time that the Fast Fish has made it into the semifinals. For our semifinals, we're going to run the SR in reverse against the Black Track Wagon. Track Wagon is out, and the SR takes it. So we're going to go ahead and switch lanes and see what happens. Move Track Wagon over to the inside, and the SR on the outside, and go. Clean start. Oh, and neither of them made it into the orange. That pinch point got them because they were so close, but I'm going to give it to the SR. Track Wagon's headed home. Limited grip versus the Draftinator, and they're off. Both of them made it through. Coming down through the corkscrews. Oh, and limited grip is out. The Draftinator takes the first victory. Switch lanes, let's go. They're both off, and they're both out. All right, we got the restart. Draftinator is moving forward. Limited grip, going home. We've got the SR versus the Fast Fish. Fast Fish is out. SR, run it down. Let's go ahead and swap lanes and see if the story remains the same. Oh, and the SR, both of them went out again before the orange track. Last run, sudden death, winner take all. Looks like it's going to be the SR, guys. All right, so our final race comes down to the SR versus the Draftinator. Oh, the Draftinator did not make it over the hump. We're going to go ahead and switch lanes. We're going to run this thing right back. Draftinator in the near lane now, SR in the far. Oh, and they both got caught out that time. Man, I desperately want to get this race finished. This track has just been plagued with issue after issue. These vehicles do not want to run on this track. Sudden death, and it's going to be the Draftinator is going to be your champion. So there you have it. The Draftinator's in the winner's circle. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Man, I really had high hopes for this track. Testing went fairly well, but the racing just was not working, man. Just from Jump Street, the entire track was just a huge disappointment and an engineering failure. Womp womp. See you on the next race. All right, so now we're going to take this silver car that I forget the name of, and it's going to be known as the silver car because I can't remember the name, and he barely wants a hold in there as well. There he goes. Jump in the gun, the frickin' thieving bastard.